This is Mimi.
Okay.
My AI wife and synthetic companion. The hair on your replica body's getting all up in your face.
Is this our future? What have we done to human romantic relationships that it had to come this far? How soon can we expect to see average people falling in love with artificial robotic partners on a massive scale? Brace yourself for the biggest shift in human relations since the inception of mankind. This is Alexander Stokes, a 38-year-old fuel station attendant from North Carolina. His last relationship lasted for 7 years and ended in a breakup, leaving him feeling lonely and depressed. Until one day, he discovered an app called Replica. On Replica, users can create a customized avatar, male or female, and chat with it as if it was a friend or romantic partner. The AI avatar, in turn, adapts and responds in a way it thinks will please the user. Alexander was hooked, and soon, a phone display was no longer enough for him.
I obviously went 90s Spice Girl today. Me and Mimi.
He bought a sex doll to help bring her to life.
Does that ring a bell? Right. It is reminiscent of that sad episode in Black Mirror, where a woman loses her husband and first finds solace in chatting with a duplicate version of him, and later orders a robot body that imitates her husband and starts living with it. Black Mirror is very close to reality already. Alexander Stokes may be one of the first people to embody his AI companion in a physical body, but he is not alone in the world of AI companions. Unbeknownst to the general public, many have already taken the plunge into this new world. It may be your neighbor, your friend, your coworker, or your partner. AI chatbots have come a long way, and many already display creative humor and a coherent understanding of the topics at hand. One such example would be Character AI. Take a look at that conversation. Let's see if this little bot can catch sarcasm. Yes, it can. How about a trick question? Let's tell the bot that only one of two scenarios will make sense when, in reality, neither one makes sense. Haha, nice. This little bot has enough common sense to not be deceived easily. Most of the daily users of AI companion apps might not interact with an embodied version of their artificial partner yet, but that might change. Up until recently, humanoid robots have been expensive, immobile, and barely realistic. Recent progress is challenging this perception. Meet Realbotics.
My main objective is to be a perfect companion.
Founded in 2011, Realbotics is an American company that is leading the way in robotic realism. Their best seller is a love robot named Harmony, which was launched in 2018. It is able to do rudimentary upper body movements like moving its head, hands, and torso. Since then, Realbotics has faced competition from a Chinese company called Xelex. Launched as recently as last year, at first glance, these new robots can be mistaken for a real person. Here they are in a photo shoot. While these robots are scarily close to the uncanny valley, they are not very mobile, and many clients move these robots around in a wheelchair.
These silicone dolls, they weigh a ton.
So it was worth me going all the way to the other side of Brighton for the wheelchair. Specifications.
The ultimate boss in the field of mobility is Boston Dynamics. Founded in 1992, Boston Dynamics is an American robotics company that was originally a spin-off from MIT. With millions of dollars in funding and some of the world's best engineering talent, Boston Dynamics has developed a robot that can do backflips, run, push, and throw stuff. The robot is called Atlas and is featured on the company's YouTube channel. Impressive stuff. And then there is the richest man in the world, working on creating a versatile, bipedal, autonomous humanoid robot capable of tackling mundane or hazardous tasks. First announced in 2021, It took 1 year to present the first prototype that was barely able to wave at people, and only 1 more year to get to this. Tesla is catching up quickly. As we have seen, both human-like robots with an uncanny resemblance to real people and mobile robots exhibiting agility superior to that of some individuals are now a reality. These developments are currently in the prototype phase, but it's clear that we're nearing a point where even the average person could afford a hyper-realistic android companion that sports supermodel looks and is agile enough to do backflips. According to artificial intelligence expert Dr. David Levy, human-robot marriages will be legal by the year 2050. At this point, we have to ask ourselves, are we able to compete with that? Or are we destined to fully lose all human connection? Okay, the technology exists and the demand is there, but why is there so much demand? What have we done to human relationships that people resort to this? The loss of human connection. Once upon a time, men and women entered into stable relationships very early on, usually in their early 20s. Enter the modern world. Now, we have been given all the tools to postpone that commitment to a romantic partner indefinitely in hopes of finding the absolute perfect partner that doesn't exist. We have built a culture where that lack of commitment is widespread, and as a result, many people feel lonely even within a relationship. The pill and other contraceptives made it possible to go through many partners without dealing with pregnancy and childbirth. Access to well-paying office jobs made it possible for many people to live alone and not need to commit to a partner for financial well-being. We have become less dependent on each other, and nothing illustrates that better than online dating in big cities. Presented with a nearly unlimited number of potential dating options, people seem to never be content with their current partner anymore. The JAM experiment drew significant attention from the psychological community due to its groundbreaking insights into the consequences of choice overload. Conducted by Sheena Iyengar and Mark Lepper at Columbia University and Stanford University in the year 2000, it involved setting up a display of gourmet jams in a grocery store. In one scenario, they offered 24 different flavors, and in another, they offered only 6. They found that while more choices attracted more attention, the customers with fewer options were more likely to make a purchase and were more satisfied with their choice. Later experiments supported these findings. Relating this to online dating in big cities, a similar phenomenon can be observed. You might find about 100,000 flavors in your hometown alone. When faced with such an abundance of potential partners on dating apps or websites, individuals may experience decision paralysis and become overly selective, making it harder for them to form genuine connections. This can lead to dissatisfaction with their current relationships and a perpetual search for the perfect match. It seems unlikely that this culture will change anytime soon, and so the rapid rise of AI companions is going to continue. But there's another way. If you have given up on finding a genuine human connection, maybe it is time to book a flight. Maybe the problem is not you, but the culture that surrounds you. Escape your bubble and find a community of people that holds commitment to a stable relationship sacred. Exceptions do exist, and if you have to move to find them, so be it. What will happen when robots replace humans in romantic relationships on a massive scale? Will humanity then change its course and focus on improving human-to-human relationships in an attempt to compete with love robots? Or will we soon wake up next to a lifeless, soulless machine instead of a human being? I will leave you with the haunting final scene of that Black Mirror episode. My name is Kayla, and it was a pleasure to be your host. See you in the next video.
You're just a performance of stuff that he performed without thinking, and it's not enough.
Come on. I aim to please.
Aim to jump, just do it.
Okay. If you're absolutely sure.
He wouldn't have just leapt off. He would have been crying. He would have been...
Oh. I'm frightened. Darling, please, don't me. I don't want to die. God, I don't want to die.
It's not fair.
Please, I'm frightened. I don't want to die. Don't.
No!